Hello, this is our product Honeybee Hand Soap by Naya, Celeste, and me, Joseph. How can we reduce microbeads in hand soaps from harming marine life in San Diego? We have a quick video to demonstrate the effects.
It was completely legal to dump plastic in the ocean until the 90s. And a lot of that plastic is still there because plastic lasts out there for a very long time. It just breaks down into smaller and smaller pieces. We know that over 300 species of wildlife have ingested this material. It's been reported in animals. And so as it is eaten by animals, it actually can move up the food web. And as the scientific literature on this issue increases, literally almost every habitat they've gone to, seamounts, Arctic ice, coral reefs, deep sea, it's become ubiquitous. And I don't think anybody would fight anyone on an argument that plastic debris has not become a contaminant of concern.
We're collecting the samples by using a manta trawl. It's basically a big metal box with wings. It looks like a manta ray with a very long, about 12-foot mesh net off the back.
1, 2, 3, splash.
And at the end is a piece we can take off that has collected all of the solids. You rinse it all out, filter it through another strainer, and then put it into a jar. It's caught a lot of other stuff.
Hello.
You want to take a look at what we're rinsing out of the screen? It's more tiny plastic.
What we're concerned about ultimately is what are the implications of trash going into the water, getting into the food we harvest? And we're still connecting the dots there a bit. We know that lots of trash goes out into the water. We know that the sun and waves breaks it down into small pieces. We know that many species of animals eat it. And we also know that bigger animals eat smaller animals. And we also know that we eat those big trophy fish. And so what we're really trying to figure out is how big a vector plastic is for transporting chemicals into the tissues of the animals that we eat every day. That's a big problem, much bigger than big chunks floating out into the ocean.
We don't know exactly what that plastic is. We don't know where exactly it's coming from. And if we're trying to find policy and educational solutions to it, we need to know what we're targeting. We can't just ban plastic. That's not going to work. What kind of plastic is it, and what's the best policy route to reduce it? Is it a ban? Is it a fee? Is it market change? Is it education and behavior change work? What's the best way to tackle it? And until we know exactly what we're dealing with, we're not going to be able to design the right programs to address it.
Joseph?
He was muted. Yeah, I accidentally kicked the mute button. Sorry about that. Where was I? Oh, yes. As shown in the video, the marine environment is not only affected, but us as well. If you do not know what microbeads are, they're tiny pieces of plastic that are found in cosmetical items and unnatural hand soaps we use on a daily basis.
So why does this matter? So soon after using these products that contain microbeads, they're washed off into our oceans. And these fish in the ocean mistaken the microbeads as food, and they consume them. And since these plastics release bad toxins, they're harming the fish and eventually harming us because we consume these fish as well. So a solution to help reduce the use of products that contain microbeads, we came up with our product Honeybee Hand Soap. And is an affordable and eco-friendly hand soap, and its ingredients include milk soap base, organic raw honey, and crushed almonds to exfoliate the skin. So as you can see here, we have our competitors chart. And as for Aveeno, they do contain microbeads. They do have charitable proceeds, They do not exfoliate the skin, and they are made up of natural origin. Olay, they do contain microbeads. They do have charitable proceeds. They do exfoliate the skin, but they are not made up of natural origin. And as for Bath and Body Works, the ones that we love, they do contain microbeads. They do have charitable proceeds. They do exfoliate the skin, but they are not made up of natural origin. And our main competitor to our soap is Seed Phytonutrients, and they do not have microbeads in their products. They do have charitable proceeds. They do exfoliate the skin, and they are made up of natural origin. And as for our soap, Honeybee, we do not have microbeads in our soap. We do have charitable proceeds. We do exfoliate the skin, and it also is made up of natural origin.
And here's a graph that represents the competitor soap's pricings. And as you can see, our soap is affordable as it is effective. And for pricing, adding up all the materials to make the product, it came out to be $8.61, as the almonds are optional. And in order to gain a profit from our sales, which would be $3.39, we would have to sell our soap for about $12. And it won't be much of a profit for us at first, but the more soaps that are being sold, the more it benefits us. And overall, our main goal is to have an affordable and exfoliating hand soap that is available in stores and does not contain microbeads. And additionally, for every purchase of our product, we will donate a percentage of our proceeds to an organization that will help reduce the use of microbeads and help clean San Diego's polluted ocean. And that concludes our presentation. Is there any questions? Okay, great.
I have a question. Actually, I have multiple questions. If people have questions, please raise your hand and I'll unmute you. But for now, I do have questions. So first question, is this background on the slide from SpongeBob?
What?
Or no, it's not?
Celeste, is it?
I don't think so. Okay.
Like the cosmetic stuff in the background?
Oh, is that what that is? It looked like it looked like that intro song.
Yeah, like the flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
question.
Can you go back to the competitors matrix?
Yes.
Okay. So what is like what makes you different from the seed phytonutrients product?
Mostly pricing. Their product is $18.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly.
Yeah.
Ours is natural and theirs isn't.
We're
It doesn't
cheap.
have microbeads. Well, no, the seed phytonutrients. Oh, okay. I thought it says natural and does not contain microbeads. Okay. What is their thing made out of, their soap?
I can't remember from the top of my head. I know it was like a plant or something. I want to say it was like lavender or something like that. But they're like stood out to us mostly because like even their packaging was like made out of like recyclable items, and like they're very eco-friendly. Like ours is too, but they like another level basically. That's like kind of what their brand is all about.
Okay. Christina has a question, so let me unmute her.
So did you guys look into Lush Cosmetics? Because I know that majority of their stuff is natural.
Yes, we did.
We did. We just didn't want to have too many competitors on our charts. We ended up just choosing like products or brands that like you see regularly in like grocery stores or like Walmart or something. Like these are the brand names you guys would most likely go to on your own.
And Lush is very expensive.
Yeah.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Can you go to your pricing slide?
What slide?
The pricing slide.
Why?
Because I'm curious. Okay. You mentioned that you were, at least like next steps were to look at like charitable donations.
Yes.
Do you have an idea of like what percentage of your profit you would want to donate?
I knew it.
Do you want me to answer that, Anaya?
Yes.
Okay, so that was kind of like one of the main challenges. That's why we like left it for next steps, because like just to start is already kind of expensive a little bit. So we wanted to see like over time how much we were able to like still donate and also have like, you know, still make money out of it still. So yeah.
Okay. How did you come up with the costs on this slide?
Anaya?
It was very hard to come up with the cost because we had to base it off of adding up all the materials, which was $8.61. And it was initially gonna be like $9 the selling price, but then we wouldn't be able to make a profit if it were too much cheaper. So it would be $12 because yeah, we would be making some profit.
Is this is the cost, the production cost, is that per bar of soap?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Does anyone else have any questions? Y'all are still on the clock for another 3 minutes, so.
Oh.
Anybody else have questions? All right. What was the biggest challenge of your entire project?
For each of us?
Sure.
Do you guys want me to start?
Yeah.
So basically we had, each one of us had our own like different recipe for soap, like a soap product. So we were like all gonna do one and then just like have it like that. So we had like options for like the whole brand, I guess. But like once it got down to it, like we ended up losing people, and then we ended up just choosing one. And also we just realized how much more complicated it would be because the pricing would be different for each soap, since the like the products that like the ingredients you need are more pricier than others and stuff.
Mr. Zhang, do we need some time to fill out the form for this group?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, so I'm gonna put the feedback form in the chat for this. Oops, I accidentally only sent it to Anaya. Okay, now everybody should see that link. Please fill out that form. And then Anaya and Joseph, you haven't talked about your biggest challenge. So while we fill out that form, they can talk about their challenges.
Oh, we're not supposed to fill out the form for us?
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Challenges. Well, for one, I wasn't here for a week, so I had to catch up on what was already there. So I took the most slides to make up for it because I was missing a week. Okay. So yeah, I had to catch up. That was one of the hardest challenges for me for this project.
Gotcha. It's very noble of you. Many people would probably not take the most slides, even if they missed the week. And Anaya.
Probably the pricing, as you could tell. Yeah, pricing. Thanks for the questions. So appreciated.
Cool.